Episode 6, The Trade of Hands. It is June 9th, 1992, and the meadows of Tässi hum with work. Machines pass from hand to hand, and favours travel further than money. The new Estonian kroon is still rare in the valley. Trade now runs on trust, and what one can spare. Peeter Kingsepp has agreed to help the Tamms prepare their fields for sowing. In return, he can borrow their hay trailer, a fair trade, though the work is long and the Zetor strains in the heat. Later, he lends the same green tractor and harrow to the Ilves brothers. They have the land but no tools. The deal is simple, half the harvest, and all the straw left behind. Everyone gains, everyone waits, and the fields move forward together. In the evenings, Peter still walks the woods. He has found wild raspberry bushes in the forest and plans to move them to his father's garden beside the apple trees, something for Walteri to tend through the summer. Small roots of sweetness in a hard year. There is talk of a used Zetor in Poland, good condition, modest price. It's only talk for now, but Peter listens. The grass fields would need rolling, yet the cost of a roller makes him hesitate. Even with the crows now in his pocket from honey and hay sales, he weighs each coin carefully. Summer has brought promise, but also the quiet worry of what the next winter might demand.
Hello, wonderful farming people, and welcome back to Survival, Vintage Survival, Estonia. And it is June 9th, and take a look on the right. We got bales. We got so many bales over there. And on the other storage we have under the roof a little bit also on top of those pallets. So hay bales. I made all of this field and it was pretty darn time consuming. We definitely need a bigger baler than that hand one, or faster, and there is a lot of bales also. So in total I made from that field 16, which is the upper field, 120 bales out of that. And then on this field we got 518 bales. So quite a lot. And no, I didn't lift them by the hand. I used the auto trailer, the JD, John Deere hay wagon, and we bought. Actually, we didn't bought that. We will get back to that in a little bit. And if you take a look on the upper right hand corner, $235. That's why we are bringing this wood again to the Tamms dealership, and I have sold already one load. This is a little bit smaller one, I think, and I got 3,960. And the reason why I did that was I used the workers a little bit on that, quite a bit, maybe $2,000-3,000 worth on that baling thing. Yeah, and I was wondering, I couldn't do it anymore. And we were lucky because we got notice this morning that there is opportunity to purchase a new tractor in discount, and it is from Poland, used one, only I think 3.5 hours or something like that, and it is Zetor 6245, and I think it has a 77 model cabin on it, yeah, and it was 34% off, so pretty good luck on there, and it was only $6,585, so American dollars. So we got that, we paid it, we had just enough money, and I was a little bit in a hurry to make this, to get it, and there it is, you can see it on the yard. A little bit in a hurry to get it that somebody else would get it, but I don't know, nobody else has that kind of money here, but yeah, it has been really, I've been really working really hard on this summer, so basically on the fields all the time, and we have, with my father, we have quite a nice amount of plants going on, and also we do have quite a lot of those products to sell, but we will probably get that in the later this month. There's Scotty there, I think, so where is it? Here, there she is. So let's sell this. Take a look. Yeah, that is sweet stuff. Yeah, I like it. It looks basically brand new. Pretty awesome stuff. It feels like we are doing the hard work is paying off now. It really does feel like that. This guy, 33.4 hours, so yeah, been working a lot. Let's take a look how much we get from this. Yeah, and as you saw, I was just looking at my notes. So we bought that mower. It wasn't, obviously, I hadn't told you, 2,998, pretty good. So there's a little bit of leeway on the account now, so I'm happy with that. So, I'm trying to always, think that way, that I would have don't have to come here to the store so often. So I'm thinking, now what will I need? We will need, at least we will need fuel. That is the thing. But what else? Let's just get a couple of, hang on, here. Couple of barrels of that fuel. We need that. Where is it? Is it no here? Yeah, we're gonna get. Well, I think get like a little bit newer barrel. Maybe we take two. We won't go crazy now. Yeah. So what else? I had something in my mind. What do we need over there? I don't have anything on my notes. Oh yeah, the rollers, grass rollers. Let's take a look. Can we get those at the same time? Because yeah, we will get them from those grass fields that we've got cut. We can get it all the way to 100% fertilized, because if you roll it, because we have now that field over here. But I'm not sure. Do we have enough money to give a job to somebody? I don't know. Yeah. So this field, and also this field, and this one could be rolled, but we have still quite a lot of grass in here to collect or put on those poles. And maybe I need a couple of more. And those were 1,000 a pop, so yeah, maybe I need to make one more. I haven't sold any bales yet, so maybe we could sell some bales maybe on this episode from that, because all the equipment is now ready in here. Yeah, so this one is ready to pick up. Maybe we can sell those, and we have also the products to sell, so why not? And maybe we can use, let's take a look, grass care. I think I did take something. Yeah, these guys. Oh my god, 5,000. Jeez. But it's worth it. It is worth it. Maybe we can... Maybe we can... maybe we can sell a little bit of those products and get it... what's the difference with clutch? What clutch? Oh, is it that extension kind of? We don't need that, but it's the same price. Why is it different mod or kind of equipment? It's not the more customized. Well, maybe we can just get this one then. Obviously it's the right solution, get the first one first. But not now. I think we're gonna go back with this guy, leave that new one still over there, and we will come back with probably with some honey or something like that. Yeah. But I think this is a little kind of a notch forward on this series, and yeah, about getting that hay wagon kind of a load. It is the Tamms family owns it, the store. So the thing is that I agreed to help them with this field. So for using that wagon, we need to harrow this field here and get it ready for seeding for them. And I am thinking, because the Ilves family asked for help on their fields. So now that we have the new tractor, I think I will loan this one for them to work for on their fields. So they have quite a lot, as you can see here. Yeah, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields to go. Yeah, so that is quite a that is a good thing to get our relationship a little bit better with them, and we can get. We were talking that if we borrow the equipment for them, I can. I will get 50% of the yield on their fields. That's a pretty good deal, and they have this old grain mill here, so we could utilize that, make a little bit more profit maybe out of the crops, and yeah, but it needs a little bit calculation, but I think I will go with that we will give borrow this tractor with them, and yeah, get this whole area a little bit more worked, as you could say, and maybe they can they can, seed some crops. I don't know, is it this fall or maybe they could put some barley or something like in the autumn. I think so, yeah, or wheat. That would be awesome. And I could suggest to them that I would get me a straw, because that we need. So that would be pretty awesome. And they would get a little bit income, or quite a bit income from that grain mill. So that would be awesome stuff. But yeah, how will they get the money? I don't know. Maybe they will make some deal with the Tamms family or something. I don't know, because they don't have much. Yeah, but we need to figure out, with the other people, what's the to work together, and how do we get things going around here. But I think we are most of these guys ahead, a lot of ahead, but still pretty far away from those peat fields. Yeah, but anyway, what I will do now is the thing that I will continue that grass work, make some bales. That will take a shitload of time out of that one field there, and yeah, and also collect that grass which is cut on that hay pole field. Maybe put some couple of poles more, maybe, I don't know. And then I will see you back when we're gonna sell those what is it called? Those hay bales. Yeah. All right. Maybe I don't know. It's just repeating. I'm not gonna record between here. I will just see you when the job is done. That. Yeah. I will see you later. Good morning, guys. So we are now in the morning, in 10th of June. So yeah, it went pretty late last night because I did some extra work, and you will see that. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty darn hot day again. Oh my god. Don't, what are you doing, dude? I'm pretty skillful. I forgot my sunglasses, but they can be. So, out of this field, I got 107 bales. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty good, but money-wise, it's not. It's like, I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's nothing, because it's $50 per 1,000 at the moment. So what is it, like 500, maybe 100? I don't know, even because there are 600 liter bales. So don't know. Not much. But yeah, silage would be double, but we don't have anything to do with that at the moment. But yeah, I went to the forest in the evening and made one load again, and we're gonna I think we're gonna return the hay wagon if somebody else needs it, and but I will fill it up from the bales that we have there. So that's probably the best if we go into the village. So why not do it yeah, there's no point to, we got so many bales that there's absolutely no point to bring a half load. So as you can see, my forestry skills has developed quite a lot. I have a good system how to make them nice, same length and fit good amount on the trailer. Yeah, let's start this old boy or girl. I don't know, maybe it's a girl. But I don't know about the servicing this tractor anymore because it's pretty beaten up and it's like $1,000 now for service. So I don't know why if it doesn't break down because of, obviously because of the game mechanics, but I don't know. Let's see how many can we take. 25. Okay, where do they come from? There, and not anymore. I think so. Well, do why doesn't it give more? There's 50 now. Let's see. How much? Oh, it's probably will be full. So hang on, I will take the help window open. Obviously this is not realistic at all, but even for me this is too much. putting this by hand. No thank you. And oh, we got 4. They can be there. And transport position. We're gonna just, oh my god, what a lag. Whoa. That's horrible. Oh my god, there's something glitching here. I need to get away. Hurry. I will bring you back in a bit because I don't want to move now. Okay, that was pretty bad. Oh my god. I don't know, it's on that unload area. Have to remember that one. God damn, that was pretty horrible. Let's see. We're gonna hook these up and we have a nice amount of cargo to pull with this little tractor, but yeah, because I had a discussion with the Tamms, Jan, who is the Tamms family guy, one of the guys, and then there's Noah. So they have a trailer. It's not expensive and it would be pretty possible solution for my product transportation. So yeah, I don't know, will the trailer hold this tractor? Maybe I'm just hoping that it will work. I could take the new tractor and take that trailer also with, yeah, that's what probably I will do. We have that 3.4 pallet lifter thing on the farm, and yeah, that will probably work and we could sell those products also. Yeah, that will probably be, but I will see you at the store and let's sell these away and see much. How I'm pretty interested how much we're gonna get from 153 bales. Yeah, but not much, something like maybe 700, I don't know, we'll see. We are here. Let's leave those bales there and first get this wood sold. Let's see, hopefully it will be a good amount. I really need cash. I hope that we can get that trailer. 4,000, yes sir, thank you. And I have one, obviously I need to go to the forest again, I think so, because we need cash for the grass rollers would be a good investment, even though it's really ridiculously expensive, you know, metal roller just, well, I don't know, but it's like nearly as much as we paid for the tractor. But there would be, I found in the forest, I found a raspberry bushes. So if I could just move them, get them out of the ground, there was quite a few of them. I'd move them to the, and plant them again this summer to my father's plot, somewhere near the apple trees. They are probably, oh, it seems like they are producing quite a nice amount of apples. So those raspberry bushes would be great add on to that, and we could sell them and just get a, you know, pay a little bit of money of a lumber and make some kind of a little shed or thing like that, that kind of thing near it, and where he can package and you know, keep his stuff on there. Let's unload these here now, like so. Let's see how much we can get out of these suckers. Oh my god. Okay, come on. 4,000. What? How was it so much? 5,000. What the hell? My mathematics are really bad. What was I thinking? Hey. 50 per 1,000 liters. So one bale is like 25. 100. I don't know. 100 is. Oh yeah, it's this is it. I calculated totally off. Okay, pretty good. Okay, so we are going to make some bales, a lot of them. God damn. We have few fields to come, or those bigger fields. Yes, sir. We can leave this guy here now. Back to them. I need to figure out, you know, get that field done and pay my debt on that. So let's take a look now for the where is it? It was, is it, maybe it's low loader. No. Flatbed trailer. No. Trailer. No. Where is it? Bales, maybe. Transport. Here we have this guy. Yeah. So we can use this also with bales. But we have ramps on here. So I can, you know, we don't need no spare wheel. We got 4 tires. One can go. So let's take a look here. Let's just take that off now. Too modern. We are not in EU yet. Need to go like 12 years ahead. Okay, so this has a wheel in front, and obviously we have 2 tractors, so why not? It will probably work. And only 1,500, so that is pretty awesome. Let's buy that. Okay. So I will get these guys back to the store. No, the farm at actually my house. I will drive this guy or somebody. Maybe somebody could help me, or I don't know. I will walk back and get that also. It's not so far. And yeah, move this guy to my house, and we try to load a little bit of that merchandise that we have there. Let's see how that goes. Oh yes, this is just luxury. Not used to drive, you know. Inside. Yeah, oh my god, this is so sweet. Yeah, it's totally brand new, 3.7 hours. But need to service it, and you know, I need to go to the forest again and get a little wood done. But the trailer, yeah, it seems that we have now 2 spare wheels. Those doesn't even touch the ground, you know. It's so low the heat with this tractor, but we barely can. There's a gap between that front wheel, so we can manage with this. Quite on the limit, and I probably need to first unheat this when I put the ramps down. I think it will not work. Yeah, but it's quiet and you know, really nice. I think we could then make some investments, obviously, for a little bigger equipment, because that our mower, for example, it just goes 8 kilometers per hour. That's the working speed, so that is quite slow, and we got this big field to go. But I don't know. I don't think we have much options this year. Yeah, but if that those bales are giving that much money, so yeah, that would be really awesome. And also, I made a budget for the raspberry things, so those are like, that would be like 4,000, and also that is really slow. Also the plus on top of that the fertilizer. Yeah, look at that. I don't think that will work. Let's try to put it, just unheat it. Yeah, that will probably, hopefully it will stay. Why not? I don't see why not. Yeah, and hopefully that this tractor will fit on there. Yes, it does. And yeah, plan is working, and there's nice gap in the middle for this fork, so I think this will work. Why not? Let's lower that. But we can lower more. Doesn't it go? We can could install on front loader on that tractor, but I don't know. Is there anything that small available? I don't know. We'll have to check it out, but at this point we can do this like so. Easily. Yes. Pretty sweet. Oh no, not sweet, not sweet. Oh my god. Let's hit it. Can we do I need to do this every time? Oh my god. Or can it just go? Oh my god, that wasn't good. maybe at the beginning. I will just hopefully this will leave these. Yeah, but it went through that. Yeah, so this weighs so much that we can do it like so. Yeah, and we get tomatoes also here, so not bad, not bad. I think because we're not in such we don't need immediately money, so probably would kind of let's take a look. Tomatoes. Maybe we should just hold on to these until the next month. So for the next episode, I mean, and sell these then. Yeah, it's a kind of a same price, not good price. Yeah, how about honey? Because we have, those are the most that we have. It goes down. Well, I think I will sell this off camera and, I've seen this. And tell you how much do we get on the next episode. And because, yeah, I will actually buy the roller because we got no money. So on the beginning of the next episode, you'll probably see me rolling, but I'm gonna do that off camera in this month. So yeah, and maybe sell this and the honey now off camera and get that off camera also, that the raspberry thing bushes planted, and I will show you on the beginning of the next episode. Yeah, so that is probably good just to, time is, this episode is long enough already. So yeah, I think thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoy the series, and hit that like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you and maybe some of your friends on the next one. And yeah, nothing else to say but bye.
Work trades for work and word for word. But soon, new machines may cross the border, and Peter's choices will shape the farm's next season. The valley begins to change, fields shared, favours repaid, and the first savings hidden away for colder days. Freedom grows not from wealth, but from the hands that build together. Episode the 7th awaits, where fortune has arrived on 4 wheels. Join us and subscribe to the channel for episode 7.